EAGLES, Eagles.
Postgame show, your Philadelphia Phillies are advancing to the NLDS for the second consecutive year. They win that first round little wild card series. 2 games is all it took for the second consecutive year, and they will take on the Braves in the NLDS for the second consecutive year. And you know what? I am riding a high, just like most of you. They're going to beat the Braves. They're going to beat the brakes off them. They're going to advance to the NLCS. That's how I feel about it, but let's bask in the glow that is this right now. I had my doubts. If you heard me yesterday, if you heard me on my show this morning, I did not think Aaron Nola had this in him. If you missed it, and I put it out there on the old interweb as well for what Aaron Nola has done this season against these Miami Marlins, it has not been good. Long and short of it, he has his best start against the Marlins this year was a 5 2/3, 4-run on 9 hits. 4-run on 9. That was his best start against the Marlins this year. And then all of a sudden, the proverbial switch flipped. Aaron Nola, 7 scoreless, 3 hits. Doesn't give up a home run, obviously. And he goes out there and deals and dominates against this Miami Marlins team. The best part, the moment that I knew he was locked in and firing on all cylinders. And we'll get into the specifics. An ever-expanding strike zone, I'll call it that. We'll get into that conversation. But when I knew Aaron Nola really had the goods tonight was in that 4th inning. After the Phillies had grabbed him a 2-0 lead, you had the Pache leadoff single. Schwarber brought him home with the RBI double, and then he had Turner with the RBI single right off of the pitcher. Garrett literally lined it off his hip, it looked like, and then jetted just barely into shallow right center field for the Phillies to go up 2-0 there in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th inning, Aaron Nola goes out there. He's got to face the 1, 2, and 3 hitters who were some pretty damn good hitters, by the way. Bell was giving Wheeler, who's really the only guy last night, giving Wheeler fits out there on the bump. But in the 4th inning, Nola goes out there and not just tosses a shutout inning, or excuse me, a shutdown inning, but uses 8 pitches to do so. It was spectacular. That was the moment that I knew Aaron Nola really had it going for himself tonight. And this was only the 2nd time this year, so including the regular season, obviously, only the 2nd time he tossed 7 scoreless. He went 8 innings and allowed, 7 1/3, I think it was, and then allowed a run against the Tampa Bay Rays back on the 4th of July. But he had gone through 7 innings, not allowing a run, and then they got to him there in the 8th inning before he was taken out of the ballgame. He, of course, went 7 strong against the Detroit Tigers in that no-hit bid that he had earlier in the season before Nick Maton took him deep for 3 unearned runs in that game. But still, 7 strong innings of work there before they got to him for 3 runs there in the 7th inning. Bottom line is, this is the best start we have seen from Aaron Nola really this year. And I was all for taking him out there after 7 strong innings, after 7 scoreless innings of 3-hit baseball, was all for taking him out. He only had walked 1 in the ball game. So I did not have an issue at all with them taking him out. And then getting to see Orion Kerkering was awesome. I mean, we had talked about it towards the end of the season. Of course, when he gets called up, he gets the opportunity. He has just been dealing since he's been up. He's gotten 3 innings in the regular season, gets his first inning of postseason ball, and it goes, of course, 1, 2, 3 with a nasty chef's kiss sweeper to Chisholm to strike him out, which was just a thing of beauty. And then you just saw this team close the door. Unfortunately, though, in that 9th inning, you saw Soto come out and give up a run for the only blemish of the ball game there. But between Wheeler and Nola, obviously, I had confidence yesterday that Wheeler was going to handle his business. Tonight, I was not confident that Aaron Nola was going to be able to go out there and do it because we have seen him struggle so much, and we saw him struggle against this team as well. We have seen him struggle very much against the Marlins this year. I just rattled off some numbers for you to just illustrate that point. And then tonight, a totally different pitcher. And they referenced it during the broadcast tonight. I've referenced it over the last couple of weeks here, hoping you would get some switch flip for Aaron Nola because this man is still playing for a contract. You can go ahead and have your 3rd worst regular season ERA in your history as a big league pitcher, but you get into the postseason and you're lights out. I mean, I know the guy's name is mud in some circles, Kurt Schilling. He's a guy that would not have necessarily dominant regular season stuff, but in the postseason, it was a totally different ballgame. In the later stages of his career, of course, not with the Phillies, but later stages of his career, he would have some good years with the Red Sox and then dominate in the playoffs. He would have some good years there with the Diamondbacks and then dominate in the playoffs. That's really what he has built anything close to a Hall of Fame bid with his postseason numbers. So pitchers have done it plenty in the past. Aaron Nola needs to do that with his 2023 season, and this was a great start for him to pick up where Zach Wheeler left off last night and really from jump just on cruise control throughout this game. You look at what happened in that first inning. He gets through that first inning, 15 pitches, really not much of a problem. You saw the knuckle curve was working well. He struck out Soler with that knuckle curve. That was beautiful. And then he got Bell to strike out as well on that knuckle curve. So he had that going for him in this start from the beginning. Then he goes in there in the 2nd inning. He gets Chisholm to go out there and ground out to first base on a nice play between Harper and Nola there at first. And then Berger grounds out to 3rd. De La Cruz goes up there, flies out to center. Warning track power tracked down there on a changeup that was walloped. Flew out to left field where Pache was able to get to that baseball. But really from start, you just saw that there was a great rhythm there from Aaron Nola. And even in the top of the 3rd inning, I referenced the top of the 4th, but in the top of the 3rd inning, that's where you saw some of the possible trouble brewing because he gets 1 out. He gets Sanchez to fly out to left to start things off. And then Birdie goes up there and hits a fly ball in the gap. Pache tracks it down, gets there, allows it to go off his mitt. So you got a leadoff double, you got a 1-out double in the early goings of that 3rd inning. Then Stallings goes up there, and while he's at the plate, they're able to bait Birdie at second base and pick him off going from 2nd to 3rd. So then you got 2 outs, and then you get Stallings to ground out to 3rd. A thing of beauty. Never got rattled, had a runner in scoring position. And with Aaron Nola, I feel like we always feel he is just about to unravel. We've seen him have the first 6 outs, no problem. Then you get to the 3rd inning, you get to the 4th inning, and he starts to unravel a little bit. Either the defense picked him up, he got a generous call. He got someone to ground into a double play, which happened on, I believe, 3 different occasions tonight. And he was able to wiggle out of those jams. Sticking with him now, you look at that 5th inning. Again, he gets 1 out. He gets Chisholm there to strike out. A changeup that was outside. It was a horrible call by home plate umpire Doug Eddings. But you know what? As I put out there on social media, he's a kind and decent man, if you ask me. So Chisholm goes out there to lead things off with a strikeout. Then Berger steps up, gets a single to center field. De La Cruz goes up there, just misses a 3-1 sinker, middle of the plate. Took a hack at it. Don't know where that ball would have ended up, but it would not have been in the playing area. It would have left the area of play for a 2-run home run. He ends up giving up a walk. So they got 1st and 2nd with 1 out. Sanchez goes up there and he grounds it at a 6-3 double play. Turner fields it, charges a second, steps on the bag, fires first. He's out of the jam there in the 5th inning. Definitely one of the instances with Aaron Nola that you thought he was going to start to unravel, and it just wasn't meant to be. Then you go to the next inning. In the 6th inning, he gets up there. He's at 61 pitches to start out that 6th inning. He hits birdie. Stallings then grounds it at a 6-4-3 double play, and he's able to get out of that jam there in the 6th inning. Like, no problem. Then in the 7th inning, test of valor, test of honor. He goes out there in the 7th inning, gives up the leadoff single. No problem. Bell grounds into the 3-6 force, or excuse me, 3-6 fielder's choice. Chisholm goes up there and lines out to center field. Again, warning track power on a 3-2 fastball that he tomahawked to center field, and Rojas ran it down. And then Berger goes up there and grounds into the 5-4 fielder's choice to get out of that inning. And just like that, Aaron Nola was done for the night. Aaron Nola's start tonight, it was like a machine. You needed the double play, bang, get the double play. Need a strikeout, bang, get the strikeout. He kept batters off balance all night. Whether it was a knuckle curve, whether it was a well-placed sinker, whether it was a changeup that may or may not have been a little outside. He was just methodical. He was a machine as the game was going on. And I haven't seen that kind of focus. I laughed out loud. I kid you not. I literally LOL'd before he even threw a pitch. Because you got the Carl Ravitch fellow there on the old television, right? And he's going, he's saying stuff like, Aaron Nola is really excited, very excitable, known for his excitement. And I'm like, are we talking about the same guy? I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but Ruin Today, our old friend Joe, we go back and forth on Twitter quite a bit. He will always say that Aaron Nola is Prince Valium, okay? If you're aware of Spaceballs, that reference, all right? That's Aaron Nola, Prince Valium. You never know. You could never know. You never know what's going on inside his head with his cold blue dead eyes. And he goes out there tonight and emotionless, just like he was performing surgery, just steady as steady could be. I have not seen that Aaron Nola in quite some time. And you look over the course of the season for Aaron Nola, and I was looking at this while I was trying to break down his numbers against the Marlins this year. But you do not have too many instances there with Aaron Nola where you see scoreless outings from Aaron Nola. It just doesn't happen. And looking at his numbers over the last couple of starts, I mean, we talked about now, including the last 3 starts of the regular season. This is now 4 consecutive starts for Aaron Nola, where he is not allowed more than 2 runs in 4 straight starts. This is now 3 consecutive quality starts, something he hasn't done since April. Think about that for a second. That's bonkers. And then tonight, he goes out there in terms of runs scored. He only had 2 on the season. August 27th against St. Louis, where he went 7 scoreless. That was the one hitter. And then against the Atlanta Braves, he tossed 6 scoreless against the Braves back on June 22nd. In a game that the Phillies lost 5-1. Sweet Lord. Anyway, only 2 scoreless performances from Aaron Nola this season. And then he has one in his first start of the playoffs. I'm not a big believer in the switch. You know, if a guy is struggling, the guy's struggling, right? But sometimes guys just can dig down and find that groove that has made them a successful pitcher in the major leagues. I believe Aaron Nola to be an ace. He did not show that this year. That's for damn sure. He showed it tonight in this start. Now, it's one start. He's pitched well against the Braves, and just so coincidentally, one of the starts that he has that is scoreless, as I mentioned, was against those Atlanta Bravos, who the Phillies are going to be facing coming up starting on Saturday for the NLDS. I can't wait for it. I am very excited to see what this Phillies team does against the Atlanta Braves team. Now, against the Marlins, of course, the Phillies lost their last series of the regular season against the Marlins, and then they go into this series, and man, they made quick work. I mean, if you're a Marlins fan, you can't be feeling good about the last couple of nights, right? You can't be feeling good. You muster 2 runs in 2 games. You get outscored 11-2 in 2 games. Aaron Nola, a guy you've had the number of all season, had your number tonight. Zach Wheeler, of course, he goes out this year, and he has been great as far as 6 innings, no runs allowed. He has been absolutely locked in as far as that's gone. But Aaron Nola, far from locked in. If he has flipped that switch, if you're going to see that knuckle curve drop in there beautifully the way he had it tonight, if you're going to see that sinker keep guys off balance and that changeup more specifically keep guys off balance, then it's going to be a very good postseason run for the Phillies yet again, and it's not going to stop against the Atlanta Braves. We've talked all year about playing down to an opponent. This Phillies team did exactly what they were supposed to do against the Marlins. I had my concerns. I honestly, again, because I did not trust Aaron Nola. I thought this was going to go 3, and I thought, well, what's the word? 3, that's fine. And maybe another day rest there for Zach Wheeler. I don't know. But that wasn't going to happen. They're going to start Saturday anyway. But I had my concerns about Aaron Nola in this game. He pushed those concerns aside, and all is right with the world from what you saw from Aaron Nola tonight. And then as far as the lineup goes, I mean, that's the way the defense played tonight. That's the way with Rojas getting to pretty much everything there in center field. Pache's one miscue. Bohm at third base was great. Turner at short was fantastic. Stott made a couple of decent plays there at second base. And Harper played a solid first base tonight as well. Pache was the only blunder, if you will, letting that ball go off his glove there in that, third inning there. No problem right there after that, as they were able to handle the business after that. So nothing came back to bite the Phillies in the butt. But the offense tonight also provided the sparks. You, of course, had Kyle Schwarber getting things started with a RBI double there in the third inning. Trey Turner came up later in the inning with an RBI single, plating Schwarber. That one was right down the line. A thing of beauty, gave the Phillies the 2-0 lead. Real Muto hitting the home run. Yes, sir. 404 feet. Just blasted that baseball to left field for the 3-0 lead. And then in the 6th inning, oh my goodness, Bryson Stott destroyed that baseball. Off the facing of the second deck, 412 feet, to give the Phillies a 7-0 lead thanks to his grand slam. Talk about a guy sitting on a fastball. Now, Nick Castellanos is the king at attempting this, jumping on that first pitch fastball. And look, he's got quite a few home runs this year jumping on first pitch fastballs. He did it in this particular game where he was way out in front on a first pitch fastball. But Stott tonight was just sitting there, dead red, waiting for the fastball. It came, it drifted inside, and he walloped it for the grand slam. Seeing that ball fly out of the park in the 6th inning, it was majestic. Seeing his reaction to it, of course, you're having flashbacks to Rhys Hoskins last year against Spencer Strider, where they walk Harper to get to him. He sits on the first pitch. They have a little mound conference. Don't give a big home run to Rhys Hoskins here. All right, great idea. First pitch, gone. Left field. See you later. Well, Stott went up there in that 7th inning. Bohm leads off with the double, so already got something cooking there. Robertson then goes out. Former Philly David Robertson goes out of the game. He's the one that gave up the home run to JT Realmuto in the 4th inning on a 2-2 cutter that just got way too down and in, and Realmuto turned on it for the 3-0 lead. Then in the 6th inning, they now take Robertson out after the leadoff double by Bohm. Nardi comes in, walks Harper. He got first and second, nobody out. Realmuto flies out to first. Castellanos then goes up there. He reaches on the E5 by Birdie at third base. It just went off the heel of his mitt. You got the bases loaded with one out. Stott steps up, gets a fastball, jacks a fastball. 7-0 Phillies lead. You absolutely love to see it. And then Pache and Rojas go down in that. That wasn't so good after that. But whatever. Then it's 7-0. What am I going to do? Nitpick? Then you go through the 7th inning, no problem. 8th inning, Kirkering gets the call. He goes up against De La Cruz, Sanchez, and Birdie. De La Cruz flies out to center field. Sanchez is the victim of a nasty sweeper that he swung over top of. It looked more like I thought he threw the slider. It was termed a sweeper. The way the bottom dropped out of it, but they called it a sweeper, so whatever, that's a sweeper. But either way, that was some nasty stuff right there. And then Birdie actually got a hold of one a little bit there and flew out to deep center field. But listen to this. Not only, now I mentioned earlier in the ballgame, you talk about that shutdown inning there, the 8-pitch 4th inning for Aaron Nola. How about Orion Kirkering going out there, 9-pitch inning, including a strikeout, a perfect inning for Kirkering in the 8th inning, his first exposure to postseason baseball. I think one of the greatest qualities any athlete can have, especially the young athletes, is the quality of, yeah, whatever. What do you need me to do? Yeah, whatever. You want me to pitch in the I've pitched 3 games in the regular season. You want me to pitch in the postseason? Yeah, whatever. And man, he had his stuff working something nasty tonight. if you're not excited for this Red October, I don't know what to tell you. I will say I did mention the home plate umpire, Doug Eddings, tonight. Yeah, he was terrible. He was absolutely terrible. And he was terrible for both sides. There was a couple of pitches there, especially with Kyle Schwarber, that, yeah, you might say that, especially the early goings of the ball game where Braxton Garrett was able to go out there and paint the corners, so to speak. And he did. And then there's some other pitches that were very low in the zone and called strikes on Kyle Schwarber. But the thing that I think is going to stick out in most people's minds is that fifth inning when Chisholm goes up there and strikes out looking, and he was pissed, and he had a right to be pissed. But Eddings wasn't good for either side tonight. Potentially it helped the Phillies in more ways than it helped the Marlins. But here's the deal. Fun fact, I don't care. Merely acknowledging it because I have to, but I don't care. Whatever gets the Phillies to the next round of the playoffs, whatever gets the Phillies to take on the Braves, starting out in Atlanta before they come north to CBP. It's ingrained in all of us as Philadelphia fans, I think, to hate the Dallas Star. I know, don't get me wrong, you still got those people that they like the Cowboys. When I see that really dumb A on people's hats, that little A that they got going on there, right? I despise it. I am programmed to hate that. Like, I can go back to 93. I could go back to watching that team against, obviously, our Philadelphia Phillies. Did we mention Pete Incaviglia last night? I don't know if we did, but I'm mentioning him right now. With Pete Incaviglia and Dutch Dalton and Lenny Dykstra and Kurt Schilling and Tommy Green and Mitch Williams and all those guys, right? Jim Eisenreich, all those guys. We can talk about all of them. And just seeing that Atlanta Braves hat just still drives me crazy. And I have a very similar disdain for that. And it's a much more specific disdain because I don't think everybody hates the Braves the way everyone either loves or hates the Cowboys. But for me in baseball, if it's the postseason, I am transformed into little 10, 11-year-old Mark watching postseason baseball again, hoping the Phillies demolish the Braves. Demolish the Braves. Phillies answered some big questions in in this first series, first round one. Aaron Nola had to rise to the occasion, and he absolutely did. Before we get to your comments, I do want to tell you guys that this fine program is brought to you by the wonderful people of Colony Pools and Power Washing. October and November is the best time for pressure washing your home, and Colony Pools wants to take advantage of their special Red October pricing. Colony Pools, the official sponsor of the JAKIB Fightins postgame show. Go to flywithcolony.com. That's flywithcolony.com or call 302-762-2250. When we come back, your comments and a part of the broadcast tonight that just made me go, Carl Ravitch, I don't believe you. We'll be back in a second here on Fightins postgame.
Win and save this baseball season from Colony Pools and Power Washing, a local company serving Delaware, Delco, and Chester County since 1970. Are you tired of looking at your green house? Is your roof, siding, deck stained green from algae and mold? Let the experts pressure wash your home and take the pressure off of you. Win with Colony Pools and Power Washing. Call them now at 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250.
When it comes to the fight against insurance companies, large corporations, and the healthcare industry, injured victims are always the underdog. But that doesn't worry us. At Messa & Associates, we're an injury law firm from Philadelphia, and we come to fight. Our clients know that they've got representation with a chip on its shoulder, and it's the same chip that makes Philly the toughest city in the country. Call 215-568-3500 or visit us online at messalaw.com. Messa & Associates, the toughest injury firm in Philadelphia.
Go for the pulls and the pools. Go for the oohs and the ahs. Go for the bubbles and the bubbly. Go for the story and the stories. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
the dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid
as long as you face the fear.
and keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
Now I can't show you on this show, but there was one more. Now Carl Ravitch is one of my favorite Sports Center people ever. He really is. Like I was a kid, it was Carl Ravitch, right? Well, first off, like the King of Kings, it was the Keith Olbermann fella and Dan Patrick, who I actually got to work with behind the scenes at NBC when I was a wee lad, right? And he was awesome. Dan Patrick was one of the coolest dudes ever. And those were the guys with the dudes. Like Monday with those guys, eating my cereal, eating my the Cocoa Crisp? Cocoa Crisp? Was that the Cookie Crisp? Cookie Crisp was the bowl of cookies. Part of a balanced breakfast, okay? So that, and then the Carl Ravitch and Craig Kilborn. He was doing the show, Sports Center. One of my favorites, going all the way back to then. So anyway, now he's doing a great job with baseball. He's always been doing a great job with baseball. It is what it is. But tonight, they show the Baby Kruk shirt. There's a fan in the stands, got the Baby Kruk shirt on. And I hear Carl Ravitch references like, oh, that's cool. That bit from earlier in the season with John Kruk and the Baby Kruk shirts. That's awesome. And then I look up at the screen and I see a young lady. I see the midsection, right? Well, I should say the stomach. I'll just be more specific. The stomach of a lady. And I'm like, that lady looks like she does her crunches, right? And does not eat Cookie Crisp. And then she's got like a red half shirt on, like she cut it up a little bit right there. It was like, oh, Phillies football jersey. Okay. No, zoom out a little bit. It was a Nebraska shirt. Okay. It was a Nebraska jersey with the cutoff right there. And then Carl Ravitch is like, yeah, look at that. Wow. Ooh. I'm pretty sure it was a ooh that I'm like, you're not looking at the Baby Kruk shirt, but credit to you there, smooth operator. And that was the lady. It's on my timeline. You guys can see it there, but on the old X or Twitter or whatever. And then some people tell me via that social media platform that she might be a very talented actress. So there you go. That's baseball adjacent. Anyway, let's see what you guys have to say about tonight's game. Want to pick your brains on everything that went on with the Fightin' Phils tonight, and them winning against the Marlins to advance to the NLDS. Tyler Bolitz, what's going on? Let's bleep and go. Braves, here we come. Could you imagine? Just think about this for a second. The Braves, like Spencer Strider doesn't want fans at games. He said that 2 weeks ago. Here's what's gone on since then. Rhys Hoskins is taking batting practice, and Citizens Bank Park is all lubed up, ready for him, man. Ready to go. Come to the fire, my friend. Come to the fire. Smile and be happy. Fun night. Yeah, a little bit. April, what's up, April? Kath, how you doing, Kath? What's going on, Tyler? Nice to see you. Wheeler on Saturday. What the hell's today? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they'll go with a short rest, right? Just what's today? Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Friday. Yeah, I don't think they're going to go with Wheeler on Saturday. Camera needs to be focused on the background. I'm perfect in my monitor. Well, I mean, not perfect. I'm me in my monitor, which is far from perfect. Get rid of Soto. He blow. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you. Nola is the Cole Hamels of 08. Maybe. Camera needs to be focused. Camera seems to be focused on the background. Yes, it is. All right, ready? Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this an old-fashioned way. Okay. Gonna get the focus there. Gonna get the focus there. Gonna get the focus there. And pull away. That do anything? I don't know if that did anything. Still blurry? It's still blurry. Technical difficulties. Scoozy. Bryson Stott hit a freaking grand slam, says Tyler Bolich. Yes, he did. Said Farzy said. What? What happened? Thank you, Farzy can't bench the bar. Get rid of Soto. He blows. I think I read that one already. Camel. Nice to see you again, Camel. Same thing with Cliff Lee. I like baseball. Thank you, Sir Sketchball. Jesus saves. Yo. Sup, Jesus. Nola was finally the anti-Nola. A little bit. Ring the mother, and this is a F-E, fecking, feck, F-E, feck, Fecking. There you go. Bell, let's go. Thank you. Sean Kilray knows I don't like to curse on the old camera there. Yanni Jones, what's up? Phillies in 4 against the Braves. I'm all for it. Nola did amazing today. That's the Nola we need. Absolutely. I remember the Victorino Grand Slam against Sabathia. Only 2 for the Phillies in the playoffs. That's right. And how about this? On social media, Shane Victorino retweeted the home run of Bryson Stott, just saying, Bryson! They're the only 2 guys. I wanted to do the Spider-Man gif with those guys pointing at each other like, you're me and I'm you, whatever. I was at that Shane Victorino home run game, the Grand Slam of CC Sabathia. I was there as a fan, one of the few playoff games I've been to as a fan. And me and my buddy Mike Go, we were sitting up there right behind home plate. And when I say up there, I mean we were up there. We weren't like first row, like on camera, like whatever. But anyway, so you have the 9-pitch at bat from Brett Myers. Works the walk, place goes bananas. Shane Victorino later comes up, grand slam, and the place just went. Oh man, oh wow. Still got chills thinking about it. But yeah, how about Bryson Stott? I mean, guys. John Kruk talks about it a lot, and he talks about it, mentioned it many times throughout the season. Bryson Stott is going to be a batting champ one day, okay? How about a batting champ and a Gold Glover? I'll take them both, and he has got the talent to do both. Absolutely. Playoff baseball is so much more exciting than regular season baseball. There are 2 sports of the 4 majors. I will say 2 of the 4 major sports that have the highest ceiling when they go from regular season to postseason. Football is always just incredible. The stakes are higher, but the ceilings, they're always kind of close to that ceiling, okay? Basketball, it definitely goes up there because there's so many games and load management. It definitely rises up there next. And then I think it's hockey. Oh, man, hockey takes such a jump. But playoff baseball is different. You could, remember that old show, Name That Tune, where they play, like, I'd name that tune, and I don't even remember, this was before my time, but I've seen reruns. Like, I can name that tune in 2 notes, right? And then they play, like, the Addams Family. I don't know. That's what they would play. I feel like you could put on 2 seconds of playoff baseball and not tell me any context, nothing. And I would go, that's a playoff game. Hockey, no way. Football, no way. Basketball, no way. Baseball, I could turn it on, listen to the crowd, and you can hear that crispness of fall. The crispness of fall. And I go, that's playoff baseball. It just sounds different, man. It hits different. Phillies have another campaign of Budweiser locker room celebration. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to ruin a party. I'm not going to poo-poo the party. Just let me know what Garrett Stubbs is wearing. Just let me know, because I still want to dress like Garrett Stubbs for Halloween. My wife and my daughter, they really want to do, and with my son, who's a year and a half, they really want to do a Frozen theme where my son is Olaf. I'm Kristoff. I petitioned for Sven, but whatever. And then, my wife is, I think she's going to be Anna. And then the other one is Elsa lady, that lady with the Frozen stuff. I'm going against the grain. I want to be Garrett Stubbs. Garrett Stubbs walking around with the Frozen cast might be interesting, but I want to be Garrett Stubbs. Maybe I'll just let them go out and I'll stay home, deliver the candy. I'll deliver the candy. That's what I'll do. Thank you, Ray. I would think Ranger would be the Game 3 starter. Thomas, I wouldn't be shocked if it was Christopher Sanchez. Wouldn't be shocked. Rangers struggle a little bit. Rob Thompson is a creature of habit. Maybe he's going to look at Ranger Suarez the same way he looked at Aaron Nola, even though Aaron Nola's got a little bit more of a track record. Suarez certainly did have the better regular season than Aaron Nola did. If I'm betting money, I'm going to say it's Suarez. I'm going to say you're right. But I would not be shocked if he decides to go with the lefty to start things off against the Braves. Team is special. Sean Kilmer says team is special. You're damn right this team is special. Matthew Newhart, it's going to be Ranger game 1 and 4, Wheels game 2 and 5, Nola game 3. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Let's go with the rest of you guys. John Marinelli, what's going on? It was smart of Topper to get Kirkery into a postseason game at home and with the lead. I agree. Penny Parkin. Absolutely. How about that, Kirkering? Dominant. Wait, well, hold on. Sean Kilray, April, you almost had to know our Jabba Chamberlain? What? Tom S. Umpiring was horrible for a playoff game. I concur. Real Muto's heating up. You're damn right he is. Nola looked like pseudo-masterful tonight. Confident the young man can pitch deep into the postseason again. I certainly hope so. Sean Gilroy. Umps need that cush. You're damn right they do. Cush. Hate. Oh, okay. Now we got the hate for Atlanta starting up. Tom said, hated Atlanta since 93. You damn right. Professor Dutch. We were 10 years old in 93, Mark. Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Although October, I think I was 11 by then. Wait, was I? Yes, I was 11 by October. Tyler, don't forget that Phillies were 4-3 again at Trust Park. They did fine for themselves at Trust Park. Yeah, Thomas, that's interesting. Hate the Cowboys a lot more. Hate the Mets more in baseball. However, can't stand the Braves. And that's really what it is. The Braves, to me, it's weird. Yeah, I don't think about this as much with the Mets, but I'm like, what is so annoying about the Braves? Like, the Phillies have played more meaningful games against the Braves, especially in postseason play, than they have the Mets. So what is it about the Braves? Is it the fact that the Braves are consistent winners? And it's always fun to knock them off their pedestal, right? Off their ivory tower. Like, I feel like the Braves, and this is an unfair assessment, but it's how I'll make the analogy and just follow. I kind of feel like, and maybe it was the 93 High Hopes documentary that put this in my brain, but it was kind of like the Braves were these like rich kid type thing, you know, like everyone's, I don't know. They felt like kind of what's the hoity-toity, that kind of thing. And the Phillies were more the macho Rose type stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. The Braves seem highfalutin, and the Phillies just seem like working class, you know, guys that are just gonna, you know, get their hands dirty and outwork you. And maybe that's just me, you know, with my Phillies colored glasses, but that's just kind of the way it always feels. Like, they're the kids that are getting straight A's. You're barely getting by with C's, and somehow you're ace in the final and they're only getting a B. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I don't know, you kind of get what I'm saying. Not at all, because I'm confusing the hell out of you. Man, probably. Anyway, what's going on? Atlanta, most of the early 90s, 93. I hated Joe Carter more. April, well said. Professor Dutch, I was confident as ever that my team will complete the current best in the game. Compete with the current best in the game. Okay. Joe Smith, how great is it? We beat the Mets to end their season, then take out the Finns and end their season. Next is the Braves, taking the whole division out one by one is going to be sweet. Joe Smith, you are an assassin. You are the Phillies assassin. Tyler Bolich, enjoy your offseason, Marlins. JK, what's up? They've been throwing Stott that he gave me the fastball loaded. I waited for the right moment. Yeah. Never forget the entire stadium. Oh, against CC Sabathia when they were chanting CC. Oh, it was great. That game against CC Sabathia, where Victorino hit the grand slam and Brett Myers had the walk and the 9-pitch at bat, whatever it was. I remember it was like every fan met in the parking lot and we're like, all right, everyone gather around. Here's our game plan. All 45,000 of you. Here's our game plan as fans. Every time he has a bat more than 5 pitches, we lose our damn minds for the pitch count. Every time. And then Brett Myers, of course, drove that pitch count up even more, and we were losing. We were going bananas. That's what I remember about that game. Nothing but the Braves fans. What's up, Greg Benson? I have notified my Braves fan friends that they're now dead to me, as they have been, as they have done to me. I am ready. Awesome. What's up, Lincoln's Hawk? Great name. Sanchez will not throw against Atlanta. All right. Hopefully Kimbrel doesn't throw against Atlanta. April, fair point. Diamondbacks versus Dodgers is going to be a fun series. Yeah, Diamondbacks advanced. Lose to them, yeah. Oh, yeah, we always lose to them. Yeah, maybe that's part of it too. Jax says, let's bleep and go as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I got exactly what I needed tonight, other than the fact that the Phillies just winning. I saw Aaron Nola go out there and absolutely dominate. I saw Bryson Stott go out there and absolutely show you that, yes, he is a big-time hitter with a big-time swing. And that short, compact swing just wrapped around that baseball for that grand slam that was nothing short of spectacular. Orion Kerkering was a nice cherry on top. Getting to see him come out in a postseason game and the deal the way he did in that 7th inning, that was fantastic. This Phillies team, with a huge boost from you, the Philadelphia Phillies fan, looks like they got some great things on the horizon for them as this season goes on. I can't wait for as this postseason goes on. Because if you're an opposing pitcher, you're an opposing player, and you want to come in here to Citizens Bank Park, one of the things Carl Ravitch talked about yesterday, was how this city is just something different. Like there's no better fan base that gets up for a playoff series like Philadelphia does. It's a storyline, folks. I embrace the hell out of it right now. How often, as a sports city, do we get to embrace the idea of national media loving us for the atmosphere that we're putting in? You know, I've been seeing stuff in, Los Angeles, San Francisco, with fans getting in fights in the stands. I think it was L.A. that a couple of ladies went at it, right, in the stands there in a football game. And then I see a video tonight from, I think it was Barstool Philly, and it was a Marlins fan wearing a Giancarlo Stanton jersey. Okay, I felt a little late there. And he's giving Phillies fans the finger, and Phillies fans are just chanting a-hole at him. And it was like there's no punches thrown. And like I was so proud of that it was like somebody giving us the finger, and we're just like calling him out for what he's being. Simple as that. That makes me feel good. That warms my heart. And the only storyline that people are talking about right now in Philadelphia is how awesome we are. We don't get that too often around these parts. So I'm going to go ahead and embrace the hell out of it. As for any post-game comments going on right now, I'm going to do a quick little tour around social media, see what the good people have. All right, this is from Todd Zalecki, MLB.com. Ryan Kirkering, officially the first Phillies pitcher to make his major league debut in September and pitch in the postseason since Marty Bystrom in 1980. Holy Stromboli. Aaron Nola dazzled in the clincher. This is again Todd Zalecki. He is the second pitcher in Phillies history to throw 7+ scoreless innings in a series clincher. The other, Cole Hamels in the 2010 NLDS. You don't think of 2010 Cole Hamels a little too much when you're thinking about postseason baseball. That's something. That's something right there. And then finally, I want to get one more thing in here. Wow. Corey Simon, NBC Sports Philly, JT Realmuto postgame. I say it every series, don't give the Phils a reason to party. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, man. Absolutely bonkers. I can't wait to sit here and hang with you guys Saturday and talk about hopefully a Game 1 victory. That's what the Phillies do, man. They win Game 1. Hopefully they keep that going against the Atlanta Braves when they head down to Atlanta for Game 1 of this series. Most likely, Ranger Suarez getting the go-ahead for that one. So I look forward to seeing how all that plays out as the night and week goes on. Just want to make sure I have everything in here for you guys. Oh, all right. Here's a shot of literally a shot. Thank you, Dan Gleason, Gelston, for putting this out there. Taking shots of the tequila in the clubhouse again. Have your fun, boys. Enjoy it. Ranger Suarez dabbing up with Scott Fransky. Everybody looks like they are having themselves a good time, as they should. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This has been Fightins Postgame, brought to you by Colony Pools and Power Washing here on the JAKIB Media Sports Channel. Get your red safety pool cover during Red October from Colony Pools. Let the experts choose your pool, or close your pool, rather. Go to flywithcolony.com. That's flywithcolony.com. Call 302-762-2250. That's 302-762-2250 to get your red safety pool cover during Red October from Colony Pools. Let the experts close your pool this season. My name is Marc Farzetta. Alex Schmidt produced the program, did a wonderful job as per usual. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow morning for the Farzy Show live at 6 a.m. Then back with you guys again for Fightins Postgame Show Saturday night. Can't wait for it. Absolutely can't wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we're going to go through Nick Sirianni. We're going to go through Jalen Hurts. We're going to go through a little bit more of this matchup and what they're talking about in the L.A. with the Rams and what's going to be the deal coming up here with Cooper Kupp taking on your Philadelphia Eagles and this secondary and what the Eagles are going to do with James Bradbury. Keep him in the slot or bump him back to the outside. You know, where he's pretty damn good as well. All that and more on the Farzy Show tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Can't wait to be back with you guys with Fightins post-game on Saturday night as well. Alex Schmidt, thanks again. Be back with you guys tomorrow morning and Saturday as well. See ya.
Go to get your game on. Go for the beers. Go for the cheers. Go for the hit and the hits. Go for the stakes and the stakes. Go to get your parlay on. Go to get your party on. Go for the scene. Go for the screens. Go for the gallery. Go for the win. Go to Ocean. Visit theoceanac.com to plan your visit.
At Pond Lehocky, we've recovered billions of dollars for our clients, and we're confident we can do the same for you. With over 250 years of combined courtroom experience, we've helped over 100,000 injured clients obtain some of the largest settlements in Pennsylvania. One conversation is all it takes to help you and your family get back on track. If you've been injured in an accident, give Pond Lehocky a call.
They're carving them up and good play calling along the way. First and goal at the 6.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
Staffing is not easy, but that's what we do every day, all day. The key to our success is storytelling, asking the right questions to find the right people. Hi, I'm Gary Kane, president of Kane Partners. We want to be your staffing partner.
Since 1977, it's always been about you, the community, at Rafferty Subaru. And through the Subaru Love Promise, we prove we care by supporting charities like So Good Now.
So Good Now helps kids in under-resourced areas by connecting them with student athletes to serve as mentors. We remove barriers so athletes can help youth in the corners of our communities where light and love are needed most.
When you choose Rafferty Subaru, you help organizations like So Good Now.
It's all about you at Rafferty Subaru.
Do you stream on a Roku, Fire Stick, Google TV, or Apple TV? Now you can watch 6ABC 24/7 with the 6ABC Philadelphia streaming app.
And the big story on Action News?
Search 6ABC Philadelphia and start streaming today.
EAGLES. Eagles.